girls, today's video is, excuse me, anyway, like I'm trying to film here. Anyway, if you didn't notice, something was a little weird. If you're new here and you have no idea what I'm talking about, please hit the subscribe button and join my family. If you're not new here, hey. But anyway, I usually wear my makeup in an intro, but today's video is going to be filmed a little bit differently. I'm going to show you how to achieve a cut crease look. It's just how to achieve a cut crease. I learned how to do it, super simple. I'm going to show you some techniques and we're going to go through it. I know I normally do voiceovers because it's quicker, but I thought a talk through would be the best for this. I could really get in depth. So yes, it's going to be a little bit longer, but like, come on, grab a snack, sit down, put your feet up on your chair, your couch, your table, whatever, and enjoy. Okay, so I'm gonna stop rambling on and we're just gonna get right into this cut crease look. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new or you're old and you just, I don't know why I didn't hit it, but hit it. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. Even if you don't like it, give it a thumbs up because I like you. And then also comment down below constructive criticism or videos you want to see me do. And follow me on my social media, imb.beauty, which I actually don't really post on. Like, I need to post on it more, whatever. Still, go follow it because you love me. And let's get into it. What is this? What is this? Let's get into it. Before I jump into look, I just want to tell you two things that you should have with you. The first thing is a makeup remover. Make sure it's like a liquid one, not really like, you could use a wipe, but like make sure it's liquid. Liquid's easier. And then like also make sure you have some Q-tips. I have two in here. I have like the regular like normal Q-tips, and then I also have like the pointed ones for like makeup. This is dirty, ew. Anyway, they help really clean up right to the edges, but you want the makeup remover. It's gonna help you a lot with the look. And then yeah, we're just gonna get into it. So I just zoomed you guys in really creepily close, but I want you guys to be seeing what I'm doing. So I'm going to be going into the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and you can obviously do a cut crease with any palette you want. I just decided to do this because it has bright colors, so it'll be easiest for you guys to see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to take this colorful palette right here, and I'm going to be doing a pink purple cut crease. I know, very crazy. It's just so you could see. You could obviously do it with golds, browns, blacks, whatever you want. And then I'm just using a fluffy brush. So I'm going to start off by going in with this light pink shade right here, not the lightest one, this one right here. I'm going to take it on a big fluffy brush and just blend this into my crease. And as I'm doing this, you want to blend this higher than your actual crease is, because this is especially if you have hooded eyelids. If you don't have hooded eyelids, you really don't have to worry about this, but if you do have hooded eyelids like me, you want to blend it a little bit higher than your natural crease is, because we will be cutting the crease higher than your natural crease. You also want to wing this out a little bit at the end to start creating that shape. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. Just keep blending it and winging it at the ends, and again, make sure you're blending it above where you're actually. I'm going to be going in with this pink shade right here and on the same exact fluffy brush and just blending this in the crease. And I'm really not, for this part, I'm going to be using this brush the whole time, so you don't need a tremendous amount of brushes for this since we're working most of our product in the crease. And you want to build up the product. You don't want to start with a lot, so that's why we're going up by color and color. You don't want to start off with a dark color. You want to have a lot of color so it looks very pretty. And make sure you're blending this higher than your natural crease. Again, if you have hooded eyelids, if you don't, you can totally ignore this step, but if you do, like I do, blend it above your crease. Okay, so next I'm going in with this more dense brush. I know it's stained blue, it's actually now blue, and I'm going to be going in with, I can't actually see what I'm pointing at, hang on a second. I'm going to be going in with this pink, not the orange, this pink shade right here, which is a little bit darker. And this is just a more dense brush, so to get it right in my crease. I'm just gonna blend this on top to darken it up. And again, I'm gonna say this again because people forget, I even forget, if you have hooded eyelids, blend this higher than your natural crease. Also, I forgot I have gum in and I'm chomping it, I just realized, so I'm sorry if this is really annoying you. But I really don't want to spit it out right now since we're halfway through the video, so sorry. But I hope it's not annoying you. Okay, so after doing the pink part, we are going to go back into the same palette. Why do I keep saying that? It's the same palette. And we're going to go into this pink purpley shade up here on the exact same brush. Sorry, the lighting just got really weird. And we're just going to blend this in the crease on top of all that. And yeah, and make sure you're winging it out at the end as well to start creating that crease. Okay, now I was just gonna leave it at the pink, but I feel like it needs to be a little bit deeper and darker, so I'm going to go in with this purple right here on the bottom, and I'm just gonna lightly tap my brush in it, not even like barely touching it, because you don't want to pick up too much product, and just blend this lightly in there. I'm doing very light hands as I'm doing this, and I'm just blending this on top of it in the crease like this. And again, your cut crease can be any colors you want, how dark you want it. It's all really up to you how you want to do it. I'm just again using these bright colors so you could see it. Also, I love bright colors, but you could use any color you want. And by the way, if you want to see a video on how to do like a really good dark black smoky eye look, you can comment it down below. By the way, the middle of my eyebrows is really red. It's because I just itched it and it's like really itchy. It's not because there's eyeshadow there. Yeah, I'm sorry about my eyebrows. They're gross and you're really zoomed in, but like, you know, it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna start cutting the crease. So just follow along with me. I promise it won't be that hard. I know we're really, really close, but not gonna be that hard, and we're also out of focus. There we go. So anyway, I'm going to show you two things that you can use, two different concealers depending on the technique that you want to follow here. I'll zoom you out because that's a little weird. Is that eyeshadow or is like, I think I itched it there, but it looks on the viewfinder like it's eyeshadow. I don't know. Whatever. So if you do have hooded eyelids and you're going to be using the technique that I'm going to be using, you would like a liquid concealer just because it's going to work a lot better. So if you have a liquid one, if you don't, it's fine, but liquid one will work better. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair just because I like it. You also want to make sure that it's kind of like a fair shade. So this happens to be a concealer that I bought a shade too light, so I'm just using that. You don't really want to use, I mean, you can use the concealer that you're using, but then it's like you're using up your concealer on your eye. So like if you have one that you're not really a fan of, use it on your eyes. If you're not using my technique, then obviously you can go in with a cream one or a stick or any kind of concealer you use. I have used both of them before. Just for the technique that I'm showing you today, I'm going to be using the liquid because you'll see why in a minute. And then a brush, I definitely recommend this brush. This is a Morphe M408. It is great for cutting a crease. I'll show you what it looks like. This is not in focus at all. Hang on. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like. It's really, really just dense and defined, and it really cuts the crease really well. So if you are someone who's never done it before and you're following along with me now, or you've tried and it's really hard for you to do it, this brush will make it 10 times easier for you to do. So get this brush. I think it's like $4. It's not crazy at all. I'll put the link down below for Morphe's website so you can go get the brush, but it's really dirty. Mine and gross. I'm gonna go clean it and then we can go do this because it's disgusting. Okay, I cleaned it the best I can. By the way, if you're new to this channel, the weird noise in the background, I film in my basement, so it's my dehumidifier. If you're old, you know it's in every video. It's like in the background, but it's been going off a lot during this video, so if you're like, there's no planes landing, it's just my dehumidifier. Anyway, I'm going to be taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and I'm just going to put like a little bit of in the back of my hand so it's easy access. Again, you can always go back and get more, so like whatever. Like I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hands and then I'm going to zoom you guys in and show you how to do this. So we're going back into the creepy style. Sorry, I keep looking in the viewfinder because like I just don't know. So I'm gonna dip my brush into this and I'm gonna start putting it on my lid, and don't mind me, it's really hard to talk while doing this. Like I usually do this in my like zen moment. So I'm just gonna start lining this along my regular eye shape. And this is for if you have hooded eyelids, this technique. So if you don't have to do this technique. It won't be a struggle. But sometimes cut creases are like a struggle for people with hooded eyelids because it always prints and then it's like a mess. I know, I feel you. So I'm just going to be putting this on my eyelid. Sorry, there's not that much exciting, like I don't know what to talk about with you guys. Like this is just hard to do and talk and whatever. Okay, so you want, whoa, my mirror moved. So you want to build up the product. So like right there where your normal crease would be is where you would build it up. And then all you have to do for this step, wait, let me move it a little bit, there you go. All you have to do for this step is look up and move your eye around and it'll print concealer right there, and that's where you want your new crease to be. So you don't really have to do anything, and then it will not print up high on your eyes. How I always say, keep looking down until it dries. Well, this will prevent that technique, and I learned how to do this and I really like it. So I'm just gonna go and blend up and connect this to there. I'll put a voiceover in for you because it is so hard to talk while doing this, so I'm gonna go do that. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just going over parts that I missed to connect the top to the bottom, and I'm just filling it in. Make sure you try to keep this neat as possible. As you can see I'm doing here, I'm cleaning up some edges that were a little rougher than I would like, and I'm just blending everything together. Okay, so now you're gonna get something that looks like this, and I know there is a little bit of concealer like right there. We could fix that, it's fine, but it looks really creamy and smooth. Like some ice cream or some butter. No, I'm being weird. Anyway, so now this is when you want to make the little wing at the end, which people tend to get like crazy about. It's really not that complicated. Again, you're probably looking at my nose right now. We're not even in focus. Hey. Anyway, ow, ow, ah. Okay, so the concealer just casually fell on my toe that I think I broke like 2 days ago, but whatever, it's fine. Anyway, so to wing this up, all you're gonna do is like you're doing a winged eyeliner. Are we in focus? We're in focus. Okay. And then you're just gonna take this, sorry, I can't talk, and wing it up like this. And then you wanna make sure the line is super, super sharp because it's obviously going to be, you want the, I can't talk while doing this. You want the line to be super sharp. So just do it like this. Alright, I'm gonna voice over this part because I thought I could talk to it. I can't talk to it.
Okay, so I don't know if that made any sense. It's really hard to talk while doing this, but basically you're doing it like you're doing a winged eyeliner just to clean up the edges. You want to make sure it's really, really sharp and neat because that's what's going to make the cut crease really, really sharp and like a really nice cut crease. So sorry, I went out of the camera. And then I'm also always going back and cleaning up edges, making parts a little bit higher. As you guys can see, the top part you either want thin or thick, that's up to you. So I want it a little bit thinner, so I'm just adding a little bit more concealer at the top. But if you want your cut crease a little thicker, you don't have to bring it up as high as I am. I'm just doing that because this is what I want to do for the look. By the way, sorry for my ratchet eyebrows. I have to get them done and I haven't got a chance, so...
Okay, so now that you have something that looks like this, you are going to want to remove the rest of the eyeshadow underneath because the concealer was kind of like a stencil or like, I guess a stencil, yes, you didn't get eyeshadow everywhere, so you want to take your liquid makeup remover. This one is amazing. This is the Garnier SkinActive Micellar water, I think that's how you pronounce it. And no, this video is not sponsored by Garnier. If you want to sponsor me, go ahead because I love this stuff. But anyway, I'm just going to take it on the thick Q-tip because I want to remove most of the products. Then we'll use the more precise one. I'm going to put some on the Q-tip. Now I'm just going to start removing this eyeshadow and concealer here. When you start to get closer to that like sharp edge, you'll use the other one if you have it. If you don't, it's fine. But I'm going to use the more precise Q-tip because you don't want to move the eyeshadow and ruin the sharp edges. So we're just going to keep cleaning until we get super, super close. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, so now that I cleaned up the edge, you're gonna have something that looks like this. My phone again, I'm sorry, I need to put it on vibrate. Hang on a second. I'm just so popular. No, I'm really not. I'm sitting alone in my basement filming because no one wants to hang out with me. Literally my life story. But anyway, irrelevant. This is what it should look like when you finish cleaning up the edge. Now, since the concealer is a shade lighter than my skin, I'm going to be cleaning up the concealer off my lid too because I'm just going to show you how to do the cut crease. But if you are putting this in a look and you do want a base color on your lid, you could just leave the concealer as a base and put the base color right on top of it. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be clearing it off here. And that's also great. Sorry, we're out of focus. And that's also great if you just want to put lashes on and like no base, you could just clear the concealer off and then just put lashes on or like a winged liner or whatever you're feeling, girl or boy. We're all equal and welcome on this channel. So anyway, I'm gonna stop being weird and remove the concealer from my lid, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera because you don't need to see it again. Okay, so I went ahead and did the other eye, and this is basically it. I'm gonna go ahead and add some lashes and mascara and some eyebrows, which I shaved off when I was 5, and some concealer and make it look more presentable, and then show you guys the finished look. But this is about it. So if you made it this far with me, you have officially done a cut crease, and congratulations. There's also still oddly this red thing on my head. I've tried makeup remover, so it's obviously not eyeshadow, so I'm not really sure what it is, but we're just gonna cover it up with some concealer. Also, my teeth are really yellow, so sorry about that.